Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about some friggin' books. And I'm wearing my Books Like Whoa shirt today. My Oh Hello with the rainbow. I saw this at Target, and first of all, I love like rainbow stuff. Like, I don't know if you can you see? And it's like a little crop top, and yeah, the rainbow, and then it just immediately made me think of Mara. And this was before I actually like met Mara or talked to her, so I felt like a total stalker, but I was like it's what she says at the beginning of every video. Oh, hello. And I just love it. Little side note, I trimmed my hair. Well, I didn't do it, but I did have them trim my like bangs, like my face framing, shorter since it was like growing out pretty fast. So forgive me if you see some like shaggy like bang stuff happening here. It looks a little crazy, and I didn't style it or anything. So it looks a little crazy today, but fuck it, you know? That's what I always say. So today I'm actually going to be talking about book quotes, not necessarily books. I keep this notebook of favorite book quotes, and I tend to really only save quotes that are either really, really profound to me or super funny, like things that really made me laugh in a book, or just beautiful writing, like something described so beautifully. And it's been a while since I did this. I was looking on my channel and I thought I had done this more recently. I think the only reason I thought that I had done this more recently is because I do tend to read these quotes to you guys while I'm doing like wrap-ups and stuff. So in my head, I was like, I've already done this video, but I hadn't. I have technically only done one favorite book quotes video. So funnily enough, this first one is from a book that I DNF'd at about 50%. And I know it's like sacrilege because the book in question is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. But if you have read that or heard the multitudes of people who love that book talk about it, you know that the writing style is very beautiful and whimsical and whatever. And so I did have a quote from that was, "There was a stunning vitality to him, as though he breathed all the world's air and only left enough for others by sheer benevolence." Like, that is so good. Yeah, it's like this. I know I've read these to you guys just in like a wrap up. It's from Pride by E.B. Zaboy. "She is the warm space between Mama and Poppy while they sleep and the bills are paid and the fridge is full." Also from Pride, "This is what Madrina calls grains of sugar adding sweetness to my soul. The first sparks of love and attraction, of something so new and tender that if I'm too firm with it, it will burst." And then I did a reread of I'll Give You the Sun, and I legitimately have 2.5 pages of quotes. I will not read all of them to you because we don't need to be here forever. There's some funny ones from I'll Give You the Sun. This is one of the funny ones. "Sometimes I think Dad suspects. Sometimes I think the toaster suspects. Actually, I'm not sure it's legal to be looked at like this." That is Jude talking about a boy looking at her. A boy that she likes, by the way. Another funny one from Noah. "Pockets are hand jails." And this one from Noah that's a little more serious. "Reality is crushing. The world is a wrong-sized shoe. How can anyone stand it?" Jude talking about her brother Noah. "He could chop off my ear and I'd say nothing about it." Jude again. "No woman can resist a man who has tidal waves and earthquakes beneath the skin." Noah. "That night I'm in bed unable to sleep, wondering if I'm staring at the darkness or it's staring at me." And then Jude. "Who knew kissing could be like this, could so alter the landscape within, tipping over oceans, sending rivers up mountains, unpouring the rain." Oh my God, Jandy Nelson's authorial voice and writing style and prose, like, oh, it's perfection for me. Like, I love it so much. Here we've got one of my all-time favorites ever, one of my all-time favorite book quotes ever. Katniss in Catching Fire. I wrote Susanna Clark. Yeah, it's definitely Suzanne Collins. I'm drunk. The quote, though, is, "It must be very fragile if a handful of berries can bring it down." Oh, I love that. Adverbs by Daniel Handler. "Love was in the air, so both of us walked through love on our way to the corner." A couple from Age of Legend by Michael J. Sullivan. The first one is, Language is one of mankind's greatest virtues, but also one of its biggest tragedies. It almost lets us understand each other. And then, the wisdom of sacrificing one to save many appears obvious, but too often that depends on who is the one and who are the many. And then one from Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. This is another one that is iconic in my opinion. And the first time I read this in the book, I teared up. I think I cried, full on cried. And it's when Katniss says, "Fire is catching, and if we burn, you burn with us." And then from Age of War by Michael J. Sullivan. And this one, in and of itself, out of context, it probably isn't that great. But with context, if you've read these books, this quote, it hurt my soul. And it's not a spoiler, because if you don't know the context, then it's not spoiling anything. But finally, it did open its mouth, but instead of devouring her, the dragon spoke. With a voice more powerful than thunder, deeper than the groan of the rock, it said, "Even now." Oh my God, it makes me want to cry. This from A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. This is Ren speaking, and it's just so precious. He is talking with, oh my God, now I forgot her name. The fucking main character. I can't remember her goddamn name right now. Says, she turns to me and smiles. "I did it. I like this better than knives. Will you show me again?" I find it amusing that she keeps asking, as if I would not do this 1,000 more times. Because he just wants her to be happy, and he is so happy seeing her happy, and he'll just do whatever she asks, and I just love it. Amnesty by Laura Elena Donnelly. This is the character Lillian speaking about a different character. And she says, "They tried to kill her quietly, and she turned it into a brawl." And then this is from a book I did not like, and I unhauled, and I was real disappointed with it. But this one quote I really enjoyed. This is from Dark Dawn by Jay Kristoff. "Father is another name for God in a child's eyes, and mother is the very earth beneath her feet." And then this is also from Dark Dawn, Ash speaking, saying, "You know what they say, what doesn't kill me had better fucking run." That just made me laugh. All right, oh God, there's so many from City of Girls. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'll do a couple from City of Girls, but just like I'll give you the sun, I have way too many. I know I've read this one when I was doing my review of this book. This is Edna speaking. Well, Edna speaking with Celia. And they're speaking about Edna's husband, who is attractive and much younger than Edna. "You don't get worried?" Celia pressed on. "There's got to be a lot of young dishes out there who want to put the moves on him." "I don't worry about dishes, my dear. Dishes break." Oh, Edna's such a badass. And then Peg from City of Girls. "Hush," she said. "I'm thinking at the top of my lungs." Peg is amazing. Oh, she's so funny. Vivian saying, "Anyway, at some point in a woman's life, she just gets tired of being ashamed all the time. After that, she is free to become whoever she truly is." Vivian again. "Love like that is a deep well with steep sides. Once you fall in, that's it. You will love that person always." And then moving on to a different Elizabeth Gilbert book, The Signature of All Things. This is Ambrose saying, "I would like to sleep beside you every night for the rest of my life and listen to your thoughts forever." And this one, the way this woman describes things, The news hit Alma with all the force of an axe striking granite. It clanged in her ears, shuddered her bones, and struck sparks before her eyes. It knocked a wedge of something out of her, a wedge of something terribly important, and that wedge was sent spinning into the air, never to be found again. And then talking about the same situation that obviously was difficult for Alma. "There is a level of grief so deep that it stops resembling grief at all. The pain becomes so severe that the body can no longer feel it." The funny one from City of Girls, Vivian saying, "And so the appointment for my deflowering was set at the exceedingly unromantic hour of 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning." And then this, oh my God, this is one of my favorites. It's so funny to me. If it sounds like I have completely forgotten what he looked like, it's because I have completely forgotten what he looked like. He was the kind of man whose face you forget even when you're standing right in front of him, looking directly at his face. Oh my god. Vivian, again, City of Girls. I did everything I was told to do and caused no trouble to anyone, but I still could not solve the problem of how to bear myself. Peg from City of Girls saying to Vivian, it's good to be sorry, but don't make a fetish out of it. And then I will finish off with 2 quotes from Soulless by Gail Carriger. There's so many quotes in that series, the Parasol Protectorate series, that I could save because they legitimately crack me up. And just the way that Gail Carriger describes different things, and just the way she words things, it's so funny to me. It's like this snarky, kind of dry wit, British humor or something. She's not British, but the books are set there. And oh my god, it's just so funny to me. But I just have these 2 from Soulless. For Miss Alexia had been born without a soul, which, as any decent vampire of good blooding knew, made her a lady to avoid most assiduously. I just love it. Like, it's so fun. And then this one. Her heart was beating a marathon somewhere in the region of her throat. Her skin felt hot and stretched taut over her bones, and she was damp in places she was tolerably certain unmarried gentlewomen were not supposed to be damp in. Oh my god, I love it so much. So there we are. There's a few more of my favorite book quotes. There are some books, Jade City and Jade War being 2 prime examples of books that I really love, but I don't love them for the authorial voice or the prose and the use of language. I love them for the character development and the storytelling, right? But then there are other books like the Parasol Protectorate series, or I'll Give You the Sun, Pride, anything by Elizabeth Gilbert so far, where I might like those things also, like the story and the character development, but I just love the authorial voice and the writing style and the use of language and all of that. Just the way that they say things just speaks to my soul, and I love finding books like that so much. There we are. That is all for this video. Hopefully this was sort of fun for some of you, at least. I don't know. Might be boring as shit, but I just like to kind of keep them for posterity's sake, I guess, these videos. Let me know down below if you have any particular favorite book quotes, maybe from something you've read recently that really stuck out to you. And of course, if you don't have anything to say, leave a little emoji. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.